finding a seat here, just settling in, cross your legs, sit up onto something to lift your hips up a little bit, but so you can relax into your lower half, right? Letting the hips and the knees and the feet relax, and allow yourself to just kind of sink here for a second, even rounding your back, right? Just feel that sense of, compression, even in the front body. And then exhale all the air out of your body. And as you inhale, grow really tall, like you're a growing flower up towards the sun above. And then keep that height. Engage your belly as you exhale here. So you're stabilizing the lift of your spine with your core muscles. And then try to keep the height growing taller with every inhale. And even feel that energetic lift up as you exhale, and gravity kind of wants to tug you down. But allow that, right? Allow the outer edges of your body to soften. Feel your shoulders relax down through your arms. So really, majority of the work here to keep an upright spine is in the torso, is in the upper half of the body. So the lower half can relax, the arms can relax here too, shoulders are heavy. And then we're just focusing on this area around our ribs, right? Breathing in, stretching our diaphragm, stretching our ribs, our intercostal muscles, feeling the chest lift, and then exhale, feeling those shoulders relax a little heavier, feeling these ribs pull in, and you're getting a little more air out with every exhale. So try to lengthen the exhale to get it to be a little longer. And then control the breath, right? Try to breathe deeply in through the nose, feeling the belly and your ribs and all the way up. And you can open mouth exhale or breathe out of your nose. And we can practice Ujjayi breath, which I don't think I've spoken to yet here in this virtual platform. But Ujjayi breath is called the ocean breath, and it is a slight contraction at the back of your throat. And Ujjayi is Sanskrit. It's a Sanskrit ancient language word. But you're contracting the back of your throat very gently. It's like you're fogging a mirror and you're gonna write a message, or fogging your sunglasses to clean them. So it becomes like an audible sound. And what this does is it actually heats up the air as it comes into your body. And then it helps you control the exhale. So typically when we exhale, we're just like, right? So contracting at the back of the throat there just gently helps you to restrict the airflow. So you're getting only just a little bit more air out, or a little bit of air out at a time, each moment passing with that exhale. And so try that, right? And if it's hard, let it go. Don't worry about it. Maybe notice any senses of frustration or these responses, emotional responses that you have to the things that we're doing with our body and just breathing. And so keep going here. Maybe do about 2 or 3 more of the deepest and longest inhales and exhales that you can do on your own. And start to relax into your facial muscles, letting the eyes get a little heavier, letting the jaw be a little heavier. And at the bottom of this exhale, let's all just open the mouth and try to get more air out. So squeeze into your core. Seal the lips once you're empty, and then breathe in again through the nose, filling your belly, fill into your ribs, fill up into your chest, and hold the breath at the top. Relax your shoulders, see if you can take in a little bit more air. And then with an open mouth exhale, enjoy it. Have it be very soft with an exhale. And then work at the bottom to get more air out of the body and hold the emptiness for just a moment. And then inhale through the nose again, filling into your belly, pushing it out almost unnaturally, but then letting the belly soften as you pull the breath all the way up the torso. Holding it, feeling your spine tall. Notice if the legs are trying to help you, so relax. And then an open mouth exhale. Enjoy it, and then work again. Squeeze into your core. Notice if you're rounding a little bit, totally fine. And then inhale again. All the way up to the top, so full of this moment and this time that you've dedicated to yourself. Maybe smile, relax your shoulders, feel proud in this seated position. And then open mouth exhale. Let everything that is no longer serving you just drift out of the body. Seal the lips and let breath fill you up naturally. And then empty you out naturally. And then let breath be your natural breath as it is throughout the day without you ever having to think about it. And then just start to relax around the edges of your face, your eyebrows and the eyelids, the cheeks, the bottom jaw, down through your throat and your collarbones sinking. heavy sensation through the arms to your hands and where they're meeting your body. And noticing maybe a sense of temperature there. And feeling that energy run down through your legs to your feet, noticing where your feet are meeting the mat. Feeling the base of your hips resting against the support beneath you. Feeling yourself landing right where you are in this moment in time. And as you're feeling yourself rooting down, sinking into this present moment, just pause and observe any sounds that you hear around you. Maybe start to notice the furthest sound that you can possibly hear. And then start to narrow your awareness and find a sound that seems like it's a little bit closer to you. Just noticing. And then narrow your awareness a little bit more to a sound that's even closer. And then narrow your awareness so much that you're observing the sound of your breath inside of your skull. The most intimate sound that you can hear, your breath, your prana, as we say in yoga, your life force. And then exhale everything out of the body, get empty, and fill all the way up. Hold the breath at the top, feel your spine grow tall, feel your heart center lift forward, sitting in this confident seat, nice and proud, open mouth, exhale. Bring your palms together right in front of your heart center, drop your head down so you're diving into the heart space. And take a moment here to set an intention for yourself. And this can be something to guide you just specifically through your yoga practice. Maybe something that you work on or with when you find yourself on your mat. Maybe it's something totally different to help support your experience off of your mat. My mantra, I posted about it, so if you guys follow me on social media, my mantra, I say it every day out loud and I repeat it to myself consistently, is I am open to the infinite abundance that surrounds me. And so let this intention just repeat inside of your mind with a nice rhythm so that you can find this intention throughout our practice and it can just be the only thought there. And then we'll release our hands down, let the eyes gently open, letting light back inside, and try to refrain from identifying what you're seeing and just notice light coming back into your body. Good. All right, so let's roll on onto our back. We'll get back to our breathing exercise. I just kind of want to start moving. So lay on down, roll on back, bring both knees into your chest and just rock a little side to side, a little left and right. And you can even rock a little bit up and down. Holding behind the thighs is a little helpful tool there to help kind of pull you up. So just a little soft tissue work around our spine, around those little bones, help keep us upright all day. And then just rest down on your back. Keep your right knee pulling into your chest and lengthen that left leg long. Roll it or reach that leg straight up to the ceiling to start and just roll the ankle around. Big circles and then go in the other direction. And then start to point your toes, feeling the front of your foot and ankle stretching. And then flex your toes, pulling your toes towards you. So the heel's reaching up and then point and flex and point and flex. So you can see the ankle moving like kind of, flexion and extension kind of thing, right? But now try to go side to side, like bring the bottom of your right foot or left foot to point to the right and then try to point it towards the other side. So you're stretching the left and right side of your ankle. Good. And then we'll do another circle. Take another breath. And then lower that leg all the way down so that the toes are pointing up to the ceiling and your heel lands on the floor. Now push into your head to tuck your shoulders under you and start squeezing your right knee into your chest. So your hands can be interlaced around your shin. You can relax this right ankle all together. Start to push through the bottom of your left foot, so that long leg. Try to feel like it's growing longer. And at the same time, hold on to this right leg, squeezing it in. Now breathe around your belly, around your organs. Fill up there, even push your belly up. And as you exhale, squeeze your belly in, squeeze this knee in, and feel both shoulders pull towards the floor. So your chest is broad. Try to lengthen the back of your neck, and we'll take one more full breath here. Good, and then soften your grip. Let your left hand take that right knee and roll all the way onto your left hip. So relax your long left leg. Reach your right arm out to a T here, and let your right shoulder lift up off the floor. So even you could bend your elbow, bring your hand towards your head so that you're taking the stretch out of your arm and bring it more in towards your chest, your pecs. And then start to feel your shoulder blade and that right elbow. Try to pull towards the floor. Gaze over there as well. And then we're in a twist, so it's hard to breathe here. Try to elongate that inhale as much as you can. And even squeeze your navel in as you exhale and try to root that right shoulder blade down. So you're being active here in a twist. Take 2 more breaths. Deepest breaths that you can possibly take. And notice how your shoulder wants to lift, right? Because you're inflating. You're filling the rib cage, you're spreading them. Right? Our whole body is interconnected, the kinetic chain. So even when you focus on movement in one part, more than likely there's a trickle movement through the other part of your body. Okay, and then we're gonna roll back onto our back. Straighten this right leg up. Bring your left knee into your chest. Hold on to that left knee. Keep your right leg up and start doing some circles with your ankle. Good. And then go in the other direction. Just bringing movement in and also helping to release some kind of stale blood that gets stuck inside of our lower limbs. Even though maybe we were sleeping, we're just starting to activate and bring some more blood flow in. Now start to point your toes up to the ceiling and then flex your toes, pulling them to your face. Even try to spread your toes as wide as you can here. Good. Feel that heel pull up, point, and flex, and point, and flex. And then left to right. Try to feel the outer right ankle stretching, and then the inner right ankle stretching. Good. And maybe you're feeling a little heat building at the same time, right? You're really digging deep into this ankle joint. Really awesome to keep things fluid. And then roll that ankle around. My massage therapist, before when I was getting massages, she says that the fluidity in our body starts with our ankles and the fluidity in our ankle joint. Right? We keep our feet in shoes all day long. We really don't move our feet if you're sitting at a desk for long hours. Okay, flex and then lower that leg down. So it's really important for us to give our feet and our ankles some love. Tuck your shoulders under you, start squeezing this left knee in. And then belly breaths. Push your belly up, even unnaturally as you inhale. And then exhale, squeeze it in, squeeze this left knee in. Activate that right foot, right, or the whole right leg. Push through the bottom of the foot. Couple more breaths. This is such a beautiful posture to do in the morning because it helps us aid in digestion. We're compressing our organs a lot right here. Okay, and then soften the grip. Let your right hand take the knee, roll all the way onto your left or your right hip. Let your left shoulder lift. You can bend the elbow so that your hand is like at a cactus T or your arms at a cactus T. Take a full breath into this whole left rib cage. And then exhale, twist, push that left elbow towards the floor, gaze over towards that elbow. Even try to get the back of your right hand on the floor. Nice deep breaths into this whole left rib cage. So stretch your intercostal muscles, those tiny little muscles right in between the rib cage. And not only is your ribs in the front, but they're in your back body here too. So notice that. Feel how that left lung really inflates and deflates, right? Engaging your core, engaging all those muscles around the lungs to help push air out. Good. And then roll onto your back. Awesome. Bring both knees in. Rock a little side to side. Maybe give yourself a squeeze. And then we're going to come into happy baby. So this is egg pose first of all. So channel your, inner egg. Rock and roll. And then happy baby. So lift the bottoms of your feet to the ceiling. Your knees are wide. You can hold onto your inner thighs and just kind of pull these backs of the knees kind of down, or walk your hands down your legs towards your ankles. Maybe hook your ankles with your index fingers and start to pull your knees down or pull the legs down, and feel your tailbone start to pull down too. So imagine your whole spine here, from your tailbone, the sacrum, the little triangle bone in your back, and then even the little curve of the low back. See if you can try to push that spot down to the floor. Feel your upper back push down and your shoulder blades pressing so your chest is broad. Take another full breath. And then bend the knees a little deeper. Bring those knees into your chest. Good. Rock a little side to side. Now, core work. Thank you, Helly. Bring the bottoms of your calves, or basically your calves, just parallel to the floor. And we're keeping our legs in this static position. Static means holding it, not moving it, not adjusting it. Knees are right over your hips. Now, We're gonna let's bring our hands together here, palms together, fingers pointing to the ceiling. Relax your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. Squeeze into your lower belly here. So the muscles right below your belly button, try to push down. Push those muscles down into your lower back. Take another full breath in. And as you exhale, crunch up. Lift your head, your shoulders, and reach your fingers towards those toes. Exhale, or inhale, lower back down. Exhale, crunch. Exhale. Almost feel like I'm pulling you up between your legs. Okay, now we're gonna do it for 15, my friends, a total of 20. Go. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, you've got it. 8, 7, if you're feeling burning, just breathe through it. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Lift your body, hold it here, take a deep breath. Squeeze your core, get all of that energy, feel the fire burning, take another breath. Squeeze it out. Inhale, lower, bring those knees in. Woo. Rock your head side to side, relax the neck muscles. Rock your body side to side. Good. All right, feeling a little heat. Woohoo! I may have drank too much yesterday after I got that news, so. All right, so now squeeze one knee in, let the other leg lower. So we're getting kind of used to this general movement, right? So squeeze the left in, let the right leg lower down. So you're keeping that right or left leg super long as it lowers. The ankle is just hovering above the floor, and then you pull it back in. Okay, now we're gonna bring our hands, pause here, knees into your chest. Bring your hands interlaced behind your head. Then we lift the head, lift the shoulder blades. Extend your right leg long, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, bring your right elbow to your left knee. Inhale, switch. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, all right. Building that fire, feel it, breathe into it, take a breath, let the belly be soft. Open mouth, exhale. All right, feet down to the floor. Ankles pretty close to your glutes, hands are next to your hips with your palms facing your body. We're gonna do dynamic movements with our bridge pose. We're gonna move with breath. Push into your feet, lift your hips and lift your arms straight up to the ceiling. Reach your arms all the way back, really squeeze your glutes, lift your hips high, and then lift your arms up, slowly lower your arms and your back onto the floor here. And then keep going. Inhale, push and lift, reach all the way back. Exhale, lower. Arms start the movement, and then we lower hips and hands together. So we're trying to match the movement with our back and our hips and our hands. Exhaling. Feel the soft tissue work along your spine. Try to ripple one vertebrae up and off the floor at a time, as well as lowering. Even trying to lower your hips last, right? As you exhale and you lower the upper back, mid back, try to lower those hips last. One more time. Hold it here. Push into your feet, lift those hips a little more. Good, take a couple more breaths. Soften your face. One more big inhale, lift it up, and then lift your arms lower all the way back down. Woo. Open your arms out to a T, step your feet as wide as your mat, and then rock your knees to the right and left. Just a little bit of movement, a little bit of twisting in the spine. Good. Now, bring those knees back in. Let's rock and roll up and down. Lifting all the way up. Exhale, roll it back. And up and down. And then we'll pause, lifting it up. Just cross your ankles, sweep your arms up, and then fold forward over those crossed legs. Step your hips back one at a time. So you're trying to root that tailbone longer and lower behind you. Take a full breath, pull your belly in and up into your chest. Lift your chest forward. Exhale, fold forward, melting over your legs. Let your head be heavy. And you can choose to kind of rock your head from side to side. I'm right near my singing bowl, so I'm just gonna play it. There you go. Take a couple more breaths. The singing bowl is representative of the heart chakra, so I'm giving you some love here. Take another breath. Heavy your head, and then engage your belly, roll all the way up. Roll the shoulders up, swoop your arms all the way up. As you exhale, twist to your right, dropping your arms down. So your right hand's behind you, left hand's on the knee. Take a deep breath, lift your heart up. Engage your belly as you exhale and let your elbows bend as you start to twist, gazing back. Deep breath in. Exhale, engage the belly. One more, full breath, long spine. Exhale, ring it out. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Drop the arms down, same position. And remember, if you're leaning back here, try to lift your torso or your chest, your shoulders, right over your hips. So you can use that hand, bring it right by your low back and push it up, or push into the hand to lift your heart up. And then keep twisting, gazing back as well. 2 more breaths. Elongate the inhale, engage the belly as you exhale. 1 more. Good, and then both arms all the way up. Reach up, look up nice and tall, palms together. Think about that intention like a rhythm in the mind. Take a full breath. And exhale, release your hands. All right, let's come to tabletop. So on your knees. And before we come to tabletop, let's come to child's pose. So this is our resting pose. Big toes touch and your heels move away from each other as you nest your hips between those heels, like an Easter basket. Take a full breath, lift your heart forward, and then melt forward, reaching those arms. But let's be active here. So keep your elbows and your forearms off the floor. You can do that by tenting your hands, lifting up just onto your finger pads. And then feel your outer shoulders drop towards the outer edges of the mat. So you're broadening across the back. Take a full breath. Exhale, lower. Keep those elbows lifted. Maybe your forehead meets the mat. Take another breath. Really push into your hands. Feel those hips press back. And then we'll inhale and lift up to a tabletop position. Anytime you need to rest, go into that child's pose. It's a great stretch as well as a resting pose. So you bring your head below the heart in that posture, and that helps you to relax the nervous system. Knees underneath your hips, tabletop, and we'll begin cow and cat. So drop the belly down for cow pose. Look all the way up and feel your shoulders, outer shoulders, pull towards the back edges of the mat. And then as you exhale, keep your shoulders right over your wrists. Round your whole back by tucking your tailbone chin to your chest, pushing up between those shoulder blades. And then drop the belly down, inhaling your heart pulling forward, shoulders back, looking up. Exhale, tailbone tucking, rounding, pulling your belly in. Good. And then inhale, drop the belly. Feel your sit bones, your bottom of your hips separate here. Roll those shoulders back, pull your heart forward. Last one, exhale it all out. And then tabletop, curl your toes, push your hips towards those heels. Move a little side to side. So again, we're stretching into our feet. Start to find your foundation in your hands, spreading those fingers really, really wide. Move a little side to side as you can see I'm doing, so you get your pinky toes to get a little weight as well. And then from here, gaze forward, lift up a little bit, lift your knees up, lift your hips up, find your downward facing dog. Heels pushing down towards the floor, and you can right away start to walk your dog here. Right, so bend one knee, drop the opposite heel, and then switch. You can find your breath. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, one heel drops, one knee bends. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, switch. Now think about the spine here. Really elongate and relax your head. So you're elongating the upper back, neck. And then feel your tailbone reach up higher to the back corner of the room. Corner of the room. I don't know what word I just said. Push into your hands. Feel your spine go taller. But then squeeze your front ribs in. Engage your core. Take another full breath here. And we'll find stillness in your downward dog as you exhale. Feet are about hip distance. Have a little bend in your knees. Feel that help you to reach your tailbone up higher, even wag your tail a little left to right. Notice how that tiny little movement of your hips wagging left to right kind of pulls at these muscles down the legs through your calves even. Take another full breath, and then an open mouth exhale. Make some noise. Walk your hands back to your feet. So bend your knees, keep your core tight, walk back, walk back, walk back. Exhale everything out, relax your head. Inhale, lift halfway up, hands on your shins, rolling your shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward. And again, inhale, lift halfway up. Feel your tailbone reach back, the crown of the head pull forward. Exhale, lower back down. One more time, inhale, roll the shoulders, feel the upper back get flat, heart pulling forward, and then exhale, lower. Relax your head, interlace your hands, and bring your hands to the back of the head. So we can relax through the back body, the back neck. Maybe bounce towards your shins and away from your shins a little bit. Take another full breath. Last one here. Drop your hands heavy, and then notice if your toes are gripping the mat. Try to push the knuckle mound of your feet into the floor. See if you can spread your toes here. Bring your hands right in front of those toes, about maybe a handprint, and then inhale again, lift halfway. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Feel that tailbone reach back, take another breath. Exhale, relax here. Maybe letting the head be heavy. Now we're gonna bring the left hand underneath the face. Again, pushing into the hands, so you're kind of lifting almost halfway. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg, and pull this right arm all the way up to the ceiling. So you're tilting your pelvis here, right? You feel this right hip energetically pull back, but your spine is growing longer out from the hips, reaching through the crown. Feel your bottom shoulder, the left shoulder roll back here. Take 2 more breaths, maybe even start to look up at that right hand if it's okay for your neck. If there's any straining in your neck, then gaze down. Take another full breath, reach and lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower that right hand down. Little bend in both knees, stay lifted. Right hand right underneath the face. It can be a tented hand or a fist here. My fingers tend to go double jointed, so I make a fist, usually. Right knee bends, left leg goes straight. Pull this left arm up and twist. Reaching up, maybe looking up. And remember, the spine is trying to grow long here. So feel your heart pull forward, feel the crown of the head pull forward, the bottom right shoulder's rolling back, feel the space around your neck nice and open, and your left hip is energetically pulling back too. 2 more breaths here. Every exhale, see if you can hug that right rib cage under you a little more to help you twist. 1 more breath. And then exhale, left hand comes down. Relax your head, nod yes and no, shake it out. And then walk forward, all the way back to your downward facing dog. Fingers super wide, little bend in your knees. Take a full breath in. Sigh it out, exhale. Now look at your hands. You can choose to walk forward, just stepping, or take 1 big step with both feet. Bring your toes together and inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees to drop your hips low. Now, find your middle fingers grazing the floor here. My hair is going crazy. Keep your core tight, engage that lower belly, and then inhale your arms forward, just in line with your shoulders here. Feel that tailbone grow long. Bring your weight into your heels, so you could even lift your toes, look down, see your toes. Squeeze your knees together here, right? So your toes are touching, your knees are squeezing. Take 2 more full breaths, engaging into your belly as you exhale. So you're keeping these front ribs hugging in rather than flaring them. 1 more. Exhale here, sink low, low, low. And then inhale, come to standing. Push away from your feet, keep your legs strong, squeeze your glutes, reach back. And then inhale, come to center, hands to your heart. Take a full breath in. Exhale, release your hands. Relax those shoulders. Good, take another full breath. And just observing right into your senses. How are you feeling right now? What's going on in the body? What's going on in your mind? Where is your mind? Take another breath. See if you can relax your shoulders and your arms a little bit more. Good. And then opening the eyes. If they've closed, I always close my eyes for some reason. Inhale your arms all the way up, reach up, little bit of a back bend. Exhale, chair pose right away. So bend your knees, drop your hips. Good, take a couple breaths, engaging that belly. 1 more here. And then exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, inhale, lift halfway. Hands on your shins, or they can be right in front of you, just before. And then bend your knees, left leg is gonna go back. Good, drop that knee down to the floor, untuck the toes. Inhale, push away from that right foot, grow longer through your torso. And then as you exhale, swoop your right arm down and reach behind you, letting your left arm reach forward. So you're actively reaching in 2 directions. Keep pushing away from your right foot, and if it feels good, allow yourself to sink into it, but stay grounded, meaning feel that resistance of pressing against the floor. Take a couple breaths, trying to lengthen your spine here, relaxing your shoulders. You can choose to gaze back. Good, 1 more. As you exhale, drop that right hand behind you and lift the left arm up. Your right hand can also come to your hip here with that elbow reaching back, or you can try to maybe touch the back of your left thigh. Good, take another breath, reach higher through the left arm, and then reach back as you exhale just a bit. Awesome. Inhale, come back into your twist. Let the left hand drop to the floor. Keep your right arm up to the ceiling. Good, take a full breath, reach up. As you exhale, right hand down on the outside of that foot. Keep it there. Inhale your left arm up, palm facing the left side of the room. Gaze up maybe, and allow your hips to sink heavy here, feeling that stretch to the left hip. Take another breath. And exhale, start to reach this arm forward here. I love this stretch. Now your left palm is facing the right side of the room. You're just reaching. Slowly bring this left hand over towards the right side of the room. So you're starting to elongate that whole outer left hip. Take another breath. Good, and then lower that left hand. Whew. All right, curl your left toes, lift the knee, step back to find your plank pose. Pause in your plank. Adjust your feet about hip distance. Heels are pushing back. Keep your core nice and strong. Shoulders roll back. And keep breathing here. You can always drop your knees and find your breath. Keep your tummy tight. 2 more breaths. That's it. You've got it. Squeeze into your core. 1 more. And then we're just going to simply lower the hips for a floating up dog. Drop your hips, but pull your heart forward so your toes are still curled. Take a couple breaths here. Nice and strong in your core. Shoulders rolling back. Elbows are a tiny bit bent. Good. And then engage your core. Try to lift those hips back up. Push back into your downward facing dog. Woo! Full round of breath in. Side out. Relax your head. I love lion's breath. I'm feeling it today. Take a deep breath. Stick your tongue out and roar. Okay, another one. Maybe look to your third eye this time. Good. Now bending your knees, gaze at your hands, step forward or walk forward. Inhale here, lift halfway, toes are together. Exhale, lower again, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Drop your hips, reach your arms forward. Take a nice deep breath, roll the shoulders back, sink a little lower. Gaze down, see that the weight is in your heels so you can see all 10 toes in front of your kneecaps. And then exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, lift halfway again. Longest spine. Exhale, plant your hands, right leg goes back. Drop that knee down, untucking your toes. Inhale, lift up, find your low lunge, pushing away from that left foot. Maybe sinking or staying strong, right? Or you're gonna be strong wherever you go. But allow yourself to maybe sink to feel a little more of a stretch on that right hip. Keep that right glute tight so you're stabilizing there. And keep feeling that resistance of pressing away from the floor. Okay, now another breath. Exhale, left hand down, swooping back, right arm reaches forward. Now you're twisting. Lift that spine as you inhale. Hold it here. Keep reaching back, but reaching forward at the same time. And now as you exhale, maybe that left hand drops back or you find your hand on your hip. You lift that right arm up, reach back as you exhale. Couple more here. Find your breath to go a little deeper. Good. And then inhale up, arms to a T. Right hand drops to the floor on the inside of the foot. Reach up through the left arm, maybe look up. And then exhale, left hand comes down on the outside of that left foot. Inhale, right arm all the way up. Good. Palm is facing away from you. Take a full breath. Wow, feels so good. And then slowly reach this right arm forward. Now our chest is about parallel to the floor, right? Your palm is facing the left side and we swoop that arm over towards the left. Almost like someone's pulling you, you're reaching. Root down through that right knee, take another full breath into that side. And right hand comes down. Ooh, so nice. Curl the right toes, lift the knee. Find your plank pose again. Pausing here. Find the breath. Engage your core. 2 more breaths. Nice and strong. Wrists under your shoulders, puffing up right between those shoulder blades. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Heels are pushing back. Exhale, lower the hips, pull your heart forward. A floating up dog, feeling the whole front body stretching. Another breath. And then engage your core, push into your hands, lift those hips, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, guys, so strong. Remember, you can always drop your knees to the floor, okay? Do what feels good for you. Take a full round of breath and then let's roar. Shake it out. Any frustration, like getting kicked out of your apartment, roar it out. Crazy. All right, bend your knees, look at your hands, step forward. Find your plank, your forward fold. Toes are touching. Exhale, lower your head. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold again. Bend those knees, chair pose, please. Reach those arms forward, awesome. Sink, lower, weight is in those heels. Lower spine is growing longer. Lower belly is lifting, take a breath. Sink, and then inhale, push away from your right foot, lift the left. Yes. Deep breath, reach up, hands to your heart, and then interlace your fingers, bring it around your left shin. Pull it in. Press out of that right leg. leg, squeeze that right glute, pull your heart forward towards your left knee. Let's do some circles. Deep round of breath. Another one. Good. And then soften that grip. Let your right hand stay on that left knee. Left arm extends up. Now hold on so that your outer right fingers are kind of hooking underneath your knee here. Push that outer thigh into the hand and push the hand back. Find something to stare at to keep your balance. Take a deep breath, grow tall, pushing away from the right foot. Exhale, twist it back, reaching back through those left fingers. Good. Nice deep rounds of breath here, guys. Squeezing into your navel as you exhale, keep reaching back. Good, another one. Now we're gonna keep holding this. If you want to kind of work on potentially extending your left leg forward one day, try to grab for the outer left foot, keep your knee bent and just reach forward through that heel. Go as far and as long as this left leg will go. But notice if you're leaning into it or rounding the back, so try to pull your heart forward, lifting your spine, maybe gazing back, maybe straightening the leg. One more breath. And then left hand swoops down with your exhale. Let's all extend this left leg forward. Reach up with those arms. Exhale, bend your left knee. Push that foot back, elongating the leg and hinge forward. So you're reaching forward. Your hands can choose to come to your hips or your heart. I can talk. Arms can go out to a T or by your hips here. Take 3 more breaths and start to feel that this left hip is parallel to the floor. So internally rotate this left thigh to help you drop the outer left hip down. Good, guys, one more breath, you've got it. And then bend your right knee, drop the left toes so mindfully down. Yes, and then swoop your arms forward and up. Exhale, fold forward, both hands on the inside of your right foot. Step your right foot out to the edge of your mat, sink your hips low, separate your hands about shoulder distance, take a breath, lift your heart forward, and drop your left knee down, untuck those toes, good. Now we're in a lizard pose, and if your right knee is wanting to open out, let it. You can even roll to your outer right foot, feel that nice stretch, or keep your big toe mound rooted down, point your toes in the direction that your kneecap is pointing. Take a deep breath, lift your heart, and then exhale, maybe your palms meet the floor, maybe you walk your arms forward, and then you can allow your elbows to bend one day, sinking lower. But take your time and breathe, full rounds of breath. Exhale, that's where we can find an opportunity to sink into the pose a little bit deeper. And then we breathe there. And then we maybe lower a little more. Good, let's do 3 breaths from here in your lizard pose. Go where it feels good for you. There's no need to put your arms down on the floor, right? If you're feeling enough of a stretch through that left hip and the back of the right, then stay here and just breathe. Good. Excellent. And then push back up onto your hands if you've lowered your arms. Move your hips back. Yes, straighten this right leg. Toes lift. Both hands are still on the inside of your leg, right leg. And you're kind of coming into almost like a little wider of a half split position. Wider meaning your right foot's out versus right in front. Take a deep breath here. Feel your tailbone reach back, tugging at that upper hamstring. Crown of the head and heart pulling forward. Exhale, maybe the elbows bend or you walk your hands forward, lowering down just a smidgen, and then use your breath. Relax your head here too, so the back of the neck grows a little longer. And then soften your facial muscles. Notice how the face reacts to the sensations that you feel in your leg. So soften the face, right? Just trick your body in a way, talking to your nervous system. Everything's fine here. Let's relax, let's open, let's dig a little deeper. One more breath. No need to push it here. Be careful with these muscles. Good, and then press back up, walk back. Bending that right knee, good. And then let's lean forward here just a little bit and bend that left knee. Now push back up. Point those left toes up to the ceiling. Feel your left hand, or bring your left hand to the left side of the mat or even off of your mat a little bit, fingers wide. You can bend into it a little bit deeper and just stay right here, or reach your right arm up and reach it back. So you're twisting a bit, you're reaching for that foot. You don't have to touch it, you don't have to grab it. You can just feel that reach, that energetic, almost like you're right there. Or try to pull that foot, grab it, grab the heel, grab whatever. Take a breath, lift your heart, Breathe into the sensation on that thigh. Soften as you exhale. Good. Relax the face, one more. And then release. Reach this right arm forward and down again. Beautiful work. Curl the left toes, lift that knee. Plant your hands about shoulder distance. Swoop your right leg up and back for a three-legged dog, bending your right knee and opening up your right hip. Now do big circles. Bring your right knee down towards your left. Feel your left heel push down towards the floor. So you're still feeling a nice stretch through the back of that left leg. Biggest circles, moving the upper femur bone in your hip, scooping out that hip. Good. Another one. And then straighten that leg. Keep trying to stack that right hip on top of the left. Point your right toes, reach, push into your hands, and then slowly drop that right hip parallel and lower that leg to the floor. Deep breath in here. Sigh it out. Another full breath. Exhale it out. Good. Bend your knees. Gaze at your hands. Step forward or walk forward, however you want to get there. Big toes touch. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Hang up here. Take 2 extra breaths. Head below our heart. Again, immediate calming effect on our body and our nervous system. Finding that nice, fluid, deep breath. We've settled down. All right, now bend your knees. Drop those hips. Chair pose, please. Heels, take the weight. Knees move back. Tailbone grows long. Lower belly lifts. Arms reach forward. Take a breath. Sink lower. Another breath. And then we're gonna push out of the left foot, lifting the right leg up. Reach those arms up. Beautiful, guys. Find something to stare at to keep your focus and your balance. Interlace your fingers, bring it around the right knee. Roll the shoulders back. Pull those elbows in by your waist. Pull your heart forward. Steady breath, steady body. Stay strong and stable through this left leg. Pushing through the bottom of that foot, growing taller through that energy. Good. You remember, we were in the same position on our back. All right, now we're gonna soften the grip. Left hand holds the outer thigh. Inhale the right arm all the way up. Exhale, and we twist. So same thing, we were in this position on our back at the beginning of class, right? So we're revisiting the same pose in a different way. Press out of that standing leg. Just like when we were on our back, it's like you're pushing into a wall. Reach your energy all the way up through the crown of the head and engage your belly and continue to twist. Good, remember we're spending time here. So you can explore going in a different way, right? Going a little bit deeper in this right leg. So you can reach for the outer foot and you can start to straighten the leg as much as you can. Maybe all the way. Maybe just keeping a little bend in the knee feels great today, right? Do something different than what you're used to. Engaging the belly, continue to twist. Good, 2 more. Go really tall, last one. Release this right arm down as you exhale. Okay, let's all straighten into this right leg. Reach both arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then bend that knee, bend your left knee. Swoop that right leg back. Find your warrior 3 here. Heel of the right leg is reaching back. Leg is so long and active. Arms can extend forward here or out to a T by your hips or right in front of your heart. Palms meeting there. Let's do 3 more breaths. Engaging your core. You've got it. Feel that right hamstring. Pull that leg up. Feel that glute tighten. 1 more breath. And then left knee bends, right toes gently, mindfully land. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful work, guys. Now both hands on the inside of your left foot. Walk those left toes to the outer edge of the mat. Your whole left foot. Separate your hands. Pull your heart forward. Drop that right knee down to the floor. Untuck your toes. Take a deep breath. Lift the heart. Exhale. Maybe the elbows soften. Maybe the palms come down. And remember, move those left toes in the direction that the knee is going. So, just noticing it, shifting it. Maybe you want to drop onto the outer edge of that foot, feeling that knee drop open. A few more breaths. Good, another one. And then we're going to come back up onto the hands if you're up lower. Push those hips back, straightening your left leg. Left toes up to the ceiling. Now tailbone reaches back, crown of the head pulls forward. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bend the elbows, maybe walk your hands forward or your forearms maybe come down towards the floor. And notice the difference on the sides of your body, right? We're made of two halves. One side is just naturally always going to be tighter than the other, and that might change from side to side and day to day. But just notice right here and now, how does this leg feel compared to the right? Right? What thoughts are coming in? What emotions are you feeling? Are you feeling empowered? Are you feeling discouraged? Right? Where are you at right now? Hopefully I'm empowering you because I think you're doing great. Engage your belly, soften, be kind, soften the face, right? Be gentle. Last breath. And then we'll come back up. Rebend that knee. Walk your hands forward again. Remember, we're staying here for a second. We're going to work on bending that right knee. So we're on our kneecap. We kind of lower our torso down a little to take the weight off of that kneecap and then bend it. Press back up. Right hand can come to the outer edge of your mat or even off of your mat. Okay, lean into it. Sink into your hips here. Keep reaching those right toes up. You can stay here, feeling maybe a gentle stretch on the calf already or your thigh. And then if you want to, inhale this left arm up. Push away from that right hand. Start to twist it back, reach back. See if you can touch that foot. Right, this side I'm definitely more open than my other side. My other side, it was harder for me to even grab my ankle. So just notice that, no judgment. Every day is different. We hold different emotional tension in our body through the different experiences that we go through every day. Especially right now. And so it's a weird time. Every day is changing. Nothing is impermanent, my friends, and it is that impermanence that makes life so precious. One more breath. And then release. Swoop this left arm back. If you've reached, curl those right toes. Bring both hands about shoulder distance. We're coming back into a three-legged dog. So lift that right knee, push out of your hands, left leg flies high right away. Find your hands first. Your foundation is the most important thing, and then work on lifting the leg. Right heel drops. We start to stack that left hip on top of the right, opening it up, and then biggest circles. Moving that knee down and around. Stay strong in your hands. Try to let the fingers and the upper palms take the weight rather than your wrists. You can even feel like you can lift your wrist here. Go in the other direction if you haven't already. Good. And then we're going to straighten this left leg. Keep stacking that left hip on top of the right. Point your toes. Really feel that reach. And then lower that left hip down. Find your downward facing dog. Yes. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Let's do lion's breath. I want to hear ya. Roar it out. Another one. Roar. Good. Bending your knees, gaze at your hands, step your feet forward. And then from here, chair pose. Bend those knees, drop your hips, reach your arms forward. As slowly as you can, we're gonna lower our hips all the way to the floor. Stay there, let your legs go long. Good, hands now at your hips. Beautiful work. All right, scoot back so you sit in the middle of the mat and we'll have enough room to lay down behind us. Legs are long here. We're just gonna go for a couple postures in the seated position. First, we're gonna bend the right knee. Bring that foot in really close towards your glute, or your upper hamstring, I should say. Interlace around that front leg, your shin, and then lift your heart up. Engage your belly. All right, so we've been in this position before, on our back and standing, squeezing your knee into your chest. All right, another breath. All right, and then soften that a little bit. Lean back if you want. Lift this right foot up and over your left thigh. Trying to get your toes in line with your knee. So you're trying to squeeze this ankle pretty close in towards the outer hip. And then root that right hip down, so both sit bones are on the floor. Your left leg is active, toes are up to the ceiling, and then lift the spine. Engage your belly, and then the left arm is gonna wrap in front of that right shin. Your left hand can hold on to your right thigh. Inhale, the right arm up, twist as you exhale. We've been here before, little different. Right hand on the floor, push, lift your heart. Exhale, engage the belly. Twist it back. That right elbow can bend. Now, if you feel like you have more room to go here, and you're not gonna just compromise and press yourself into this twist, bring your left elbow on the outer edge of that knee, and maybe your fingers point up to the ceiling. You can spread your fingers wide, beaming your energy out of every single fingertip up towards the sun. Deep breath, lift the heart, grow so tall and fill up. Exhale, twist. Good, let's do 3 more here. Gazing back, soften your face, maybe even smile. Think about your intention. And then slowly release. Bring both hands to the outer left hip. So you're counter twisting, and then dip your heart towards the floor. Even lift your right hip up. Good. Woo. And then come back up. Release this right leg. Let it go long. Scoot those little, flesh out from underneath you, the bits. And then we're going to bend the left knee. Bring that knee in, ankle pretty close towards that hamstring, the upper hamstring, the insertion, and then, or your origin. Anyway, fingers interlace around that left shin. Active right leg, lift your heart up, squeeze this left knee in, compressing a little bit that outer abdomen, right? And so your knee is kind of coming towards that left shoulder in a way. Good, 1 more breath. Really press this right hamstring down onto the floor. Good. And then we're gonna lean back a little bit, lift this left leg up and over that right thigh. Trying to get your toes in line with the knee-ish. Root the big toe mound here, so find your foundation, interlacing, now lifting your heart, your spine and heart up. Right leg is extended and nice and strong. Take a deep breath, engage the belly as you exhale. Good, and then our right arm is gonna wrap around your elbow. The inner nook is kind of like on that front shin. Inhale the left arm up, extending that side body, twisting back, dropping this left hand onto the earth. Full breath, lift the spine. Exhale, cinch the waist, twist. Gaze back as well, deep breath. And remember, try to elongate. It's hard to breathe in these twists, so elongate the inhale and the exhale. If you have more room to go, right elbow on the outer left thigh, beaming your energy up through that widely spread right hand. Deeper breath. Exhale. Beautiful. 2 more. Last one. Awesome. Slowly swoop those hands over to the right side. Dip it down. Little counter twist action. And then inhale up, both legs long. All right, remove the bits, remove the flesh, hands by your hips, shake out those legs. Now here's where our strap becomes handy. If you want to loop the bottoms of your feet, go for it. If not, inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And if you don't have a strap, you don't want to get up and go get it, and you can't reach your feet, no big deal. Bend your knees, no problem. So just like when we're in a standing forward fold, bending the knees gets your belly to touch the thighs. So then we want to pull the upper back out of the low back by inhaling to elongate, heart to the horizon. Exhale, we pull our torso onto those legs. We lower the head down, and then maybe we inch the heels forward, keeping our tummy glued to the thighs. Deeper breath, lengthening. See if you can get longer, and then exhale, lower. Let your head be really, really heavy. As heavy as you can possibly get it. Like you couldn't possibly hold your head up anymore, right? And feel how the weight of the head tugs at the muscles along the spine to help create a beautiful stretch. And then breathe there. 2 more. Squeeze your belly in as you exhale. Awesome. Release your hands. Lift up. Let your head be the last thing to lift. Roll the shoulders back. Woo. Bend those knees. Bring your hands back first. Fingers land wide. Knees bend. Feet on the floor. Push and lift. Big stretch on your shoulders here. Try to bend the elbows a little bit. Squeeze those glutes. Lift your hips up, up, up. Another breath. And lower all the way down. Beautiful. Keep those knees in. Release the strap if you have it. Have enough room to lay down. Feet are going to stay on the floor, knees are staying bent. Swoop your arms forward. Lengthen that spine, and then as slowly as you can, drop 1 vertebrae at a time. And before your shoulder blades meet the floor, we're going to pause there. A little bit of core work. Take your time. Roll it back. All right, my shoulders are almost touching. I'm pausing. Take a breath in. Engage your belly out. Lift one leg up. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale. Lift your other leg up. Inhale. Exhale, hold it. 2 more breaths. Try to roll your shoulders back. 1 more. And then slowly lower those legs. Slowly drop your upper back and your head, your arms. Take a deep breath. Be so relaxed. Melt even more. Awesome. Bring both knees into your chest. Rock a little left, rock a little right. All right, I'm gonna cue you to go into plow pose. You don't have to go as far as I'm gonna go. Okay, option here, you can just reach your legs up and kind of do a kind of legs up the wall position. And if you are a narrow wall or your couch, go right into it. You can bend your knees so that your calves rest onto your couch, right? Keeping those legs rested and upright, or let your legs go long on the wall. If you want to go into plow pose with me, we're going for it. Our feet are going behind the head. So hands are down next to our hips to help push that lower back up, right? And with momentum, lift those feet, lift your low back, and glue your hands to your low spine. Okay, now try to tuck a shoulder under you and try to tuck another one. And then keep pushing back. So maybe your toes meet the floor one day. They do not have to. Look right between your thighs, letting your neck stay nice and straight. Deep rounds of breath. Reaching back. Maybe release your hands to the floor again. 1 more. Squeeze the belly in. And then slowly lower all the way down. So legs are long. Exhale, slowest lower of your legs all the way to the floor. Beautiful. Relax those legs. Last hug. Last egg pose in honor of the holiday for those of you who are celebrating. Rock side to side, left to right, egg pose, and just like a little egg hatching. Kick those eggs. No, I'm just kidding. Wrap your arms around your shins, bring your nose to your knees. Take a deep round of breath in, and exhale, release. Final resting pose. We've made it, my friends. Legs go long. Arms are long. Tuck your shoulders underneath you, but then relax the upper back. Let your feet be a little wider than your hips, and bring any props in that you want to. Put your legs up a wall or on a chair, whatever you need. Find this pose and stillness as quickly as you can, though, so that we can take full advantage of this time that we're spending here. Let's exhale, open mouth, everything out of your body. Get as empty as you possibly can. Seal the lips and breathe in through the nose. Filling every little crevice of the lung space. Sip up the air at the top, holding the breath in. Hold it. And then an open mouth exhale, deflate your body and drop in to your Shavasana. The most important pose of our practice. So get any wiggles and jiggles and bits of movement out of the body so that you can commit to stillness here for just 2 minutes with me. I'm keeping track of time. Let your breath become as natural as you can possibly get it to be. Relax your facial muscles, your jaw and the tongue inside your mouth. Relax your eyelids and feel your eyeballs get heavy in the sockets. Feel the back of your head get heavier, resting effortlessly. With every exhale, feel your body relax more. And as you notice the mind drifting, just become aware and redirect your thought process. Maybe reminding yourself of your intention, repeating it over and over like a song playing in your mind. And count your breath. And just become aware of the sensation of release in the body. Every exhale sinking deeper, melting more, relaxing heavier into your place of rest. And then begin to slowly deepen your breath. Maybe an open mouth exhale feels nice. Start to move the facial muscles, rolling the eyes under the eyelids. Swallowing, spreading the jaw really wide, moving your feet and your hands. Okay, then we'll do a full body stretch. Legs come together, pointing your toes away, arms reach back. Reaching and stretching and flexing, roll longer. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, relax. Bend into your knees, roll over to one side. Relax there for a second. Take a breath in and out. And let your eyes stay closed for just a little longer. Feel your way up to a seated position, tuning into your sense of touch, your sense of hearing, listening to my voice, facing forward. Finding that comfortable seat, sitting tall, confident as your heart shines forward. Take a full breath in to lengthen the spine tall. With an open mouth, exhale it out. Relaxing your shoulders, relax your hips. Beautiful. Take a moment to take inventory, observing how you are feeling right now, observing the beautiful effects of your practice and hard work of moving and breathing. Let the corners of your mouth lift to your ears to give yourself a big smile, and take a deep breath as you breathe that smile into your body. And then sigh it out if that feels good. Bring our palms together in front of our hearts. And for a moment here, just remind yourself of your intention one last time. And let this guide you as you need it to, whenever. And so as you notice the mind drifting to negative tendencies or weariness or uncertainty, just find your intention and anchor yourself back into the moment. And let's begin to rub our palms to generate heat and energy, going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Once you feel warmth for your warm palms to cup over your closed eyes, barely draping on your face. Feeling that heat, feeling the energy. Noticing the darkness, or maybe lots of color beneath the layer of your eyes. And then take a nice full breath in. Exhale, relax, releasing your hands over the eyes, resting your palms right in front of your heart again. Believe in yourself and do what you are supposed to. Appreciate yourself, enjoy yourself, and love yourself. From my heart to yours, my friends, namaste.